In today's video, I'll be ranking every relic from worst to best in Roblox BedWars. Blood Deal makes it so where you do 20% more damage but take 10% of that. This relic is really bad because you now can't use a bow or even hit someone while you heal, and the extra 20% is really just not worth it. You can hold 3 more balloons and you spawn with 3. This relic is really overrated and just pretty bad. Warmhole allows you to teleport back to your base every 3 minutes. This relic is pretty bad because the wind-up time is slow and it resets whenever you get hit. The whole purpose of this relic is to be able to escape a fight, but it rarely works for that. Glass Cannon is very situational. Glass Cannon makes it so where you do 22% more damage, but your armor is 40% less effective. So unless you speedrun all your matches and don't get armor, this one really just serves as a direct downgrade to what you'd normally be using. Supercharged Generator makes your home generator 20% faster. This one's honestly not worth taking. You get a random team upgrade every 11 minutes. The first upgrade cannot be tier 1. This got nerfed so badly that it's not even worth it anymore. Black Hole gives you a 30% damage buff, but there's a 10-minute timer. 8 seconds are added to the timer when your team gets a kill. However, if the timer hits 0, your entire team gets killed and become spectators. It doesn't even matter if you have a bed. This relic can be pretty risky to take in some situations, so that's why I'm putting it so low. Electrified makes static do 70% more damage. This one's pretty mediocre, as static isn't really that good compared to something like fire or even lifesteal. Knight's Code makes you do 22% more damage, but the downgrade to it is you can't use an enchantment table. This relic is really situational. For solos and duels it's viable, but for any other game mode I'd say just don't get this. Headstart gives you 32 iron at the start of the game. Sure, you can win any rush, but after about a minute this relic just becomes entirely useless. This one's pretty overrated in my opinion. Swordmaster is a better version of Headstart. Swordmaster gives a player a stone sword at the start of the game and discounts their sword by 30%. This one's really good for pretty much anything, especially for barbarian users, because getting that stone sword is a lot harder with barbarian. Unity heals you while next to your teammate and gives 15% damage resistance. This one's pretty decent, especially for game modes like 30v30. Honestly, a pretty mid relic. The better version of Unity, which heals you next to your bed. The reason why this is better is because the healing is a lot faster, but this one is still pretty situational. Call of the Void grants you a telepearl every time you knock someone into the void. The telepearls give a 10 health shield. This one's pretty good, and it also buffs any of the telepearls you purchase as well. The first legendary on this list, and it's honestly disappointing. Stomper makes you take 50% less fall damage and reflect 125% of that to your enemies. The only thing that makes this decent is the reduced fall damage, which can be really useful in some situations. You keep 60% of your loot upon death. I really want to put this higher, but you keep pretty much all of the important gear like bows and armor. Swords are really easy to get back, not to mention personal chest save when you die. It's not bad to have, however if you're skilled enough this one's pretty much useless. Nature's Essence allows you to buy up to 150 extra health with iron and emeralds. 35 of that is actually affordable, costing up to 4 emeralds. Not much else to be said. You get 33% of your resources when you buy things. It's pretty much Merchant Marco but better. Iron Will makes it so you take 25% less damage when your bed is broken. This is a decent relic. 25% of your damage ignores armor. This one is really good for pretty much any fight as it's just a damage buff. Once per life, Second Wind will give you a free 20 health pack when below 25. And with personal chests you can kinda cheese this by just simply resetting. Pretty decent relic. After killing a certain amount of people you get a dragon. This one is temporarily removed, but I'm sure they're going to bring it back. But yeah, the dragon, it does pretty decent damage and it's honestly a really cool relic to have. I mean, who doesn't want a dragon, bro? You have a 20% damage to deal fire 2 while hitting someone. This one is just good. Second Strike is really good. Second Strike allows you to do double damage every 7 hits. Bowing someone will do more damage depending on how far you are from them, and it goes up to 300% added damage. This one's really insane considering how overpowered the bows are already. Also, you start out with a bow, which is pretty nice. After a lot of nerfs, this one still makes a good number 5. Prospectors Discipline has a 20% chance of collecting double resources for emeralds and diamonds. This one is really worth taking. You heal 40% faster. I really like this one because it makes fighting third partiers a lot easier. This one is definitely worth taking. You get 2 enchants for double the cost. Considering how overpowered enchants are already, to get 2 at the same time is just insane. The third legendary on this list, Glitched Enchanting, gives you a buff to all normal enchants. These enchants are honestly broken, and there's been times where I just get like 2-shotted by someone with the same gear as me but just an enchant. Best legendary so far. Hitting an enemy gives you loot, spawn killing included. This one's really overpowered and super common as well. So that's everything. If you enjoyed this, then I'm sure you'll like the one on the screen. It's on 7 BedWars YouTubers that quit.